And you must follow up the learning with what?
Action.
Action. It has to be action-oriented. We're going to talk about that all day tomorrow, what specific actions to take. But know it up front. You can learn something new, and if you don't do something about it, hey, that's whose fault? Your own fault. You've got to take the specific action. Now, innate talent doesn't matter. That means that there are many, many talented people. How many of you know someone that's super talented at whatever it is that they do, but they're not maximizing or utilizing that talent? How many of you know someone? Not in this business and not in this room. Be kind to your friends, okay? No, really. How many of you know someone that's a great musician that doesn't maximize that talent or skill that they have? Or that's great at something? Then talent's not the only factor then, is it? There's got to be much more to winning than just, oh, this person has some talent. You've got to take action. You've got to use that talent. A lot of people are unhappy and they're doing nothing about their talent. Obviously, it's not the crucial or the only ingredient. Most people, most talented people, and I'm going to share something with you again here that's sort of a disclaimer. A lot of talented people are overshined or overshadowed by people that are willing to do what?
Work. Yeah.
Do the actual work. Go to work. I would be willing to bet that most of you in this room are more talented than I am at doing the things that need to be done in this business. Such as, let's say you're out in public and you're going to introduce this to someone. I have to work like crazy at that. Some of you have the gift. Some of you, I have to work probably 5-10 times harder on a lot of the things that have to be done on a daily basis in this than you guys are going to have to. You just have different personalities and different skill sets and different talents.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if you believe that, but I would say I've had to really stretch and work in some areas.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's definitely true. I know in this case, and another thing that comes to mind that's amazing is on our last trip back from the UK, we were doing a big training tour, and we were on the same flight back from London with John Mayer. You know John Mayer, the musician, which was awesome.
Yes, John Mayer?
Yes, it's awesome. Love him. And I went up to talk to him. He was only a couple seats up. And so I told Tim, I'm like, I'm not going to miss that opportunity. He's right there 2 seats up. And he said, oh, yeah, but that's the next class up. You know, you're going to get in trouble.
We were in business class. He was in first.
Yeah, and we were in business, and he was in first. And I said, okay, that is so irrelevant to me right now. I'm totally going to go talk to him. I mean, how many opportunities am I going to have to hang out with John Mayer? I love that guy. So Tim's like, okay, you know, I'm going to stay here. I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm like, okay, see ya. So I run up to John Mayer. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know, talk to him. And he was so amazingly kind. He had been at Ball Night in London writing songs and gave me a big hug. He was really great. And we actually had a conversation about this. He started a conversation with me regarding talent and what he would call drive, which would be more like the hard work effort, you know, that part. And what he said to me was so amazing. He said, I want to ask you your opinion and see if you feel like I feel. He says, you know, I've been playing for a long time. And he says, I've got a lot of talent, but what drives me crazy is the people, I've got drive and I've got talent, but the people who just have talent and they don't have any drive. And I always see the producers go and get those people. And he said, it just drives me crazy because here I've got the drive. You know, I want to do this. I'm going to be this and I'm going to be that. What do you think about people with talent and drive? And I said, I totally agree. I think it's an unbeatable combination, but I think drive will overrule talent any day because if you practice enough, you can, you know, develop that skill like Tim was saying.
If you practice enough.
Right.
We calculated it the other day. I've done over 1,000 conference calls.
Oh, easily.
Over 1,000. So people say, oh, you're great on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done 1,000. You don't think you're going to be able to do something pretty well after 1,000 tries at it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. 10,000 phone calls. You know the difference between us or even me and a lot of people in this industry is I decided, well, I'll outwork you.
Yep. That's absolutely true.
That's a fact.
Yep.
We want success. I'll just work more than you will.
Yep.
And sometimes I love a challenge like that. How many of you are willing to take me on? Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking about a winning mindset. Because I guarantee if you take me on, no matter what, you will win in your own game. You will become a winner if you take us on. There are many times when I would challenge Jet or challenge any leader because I knew if nothing else, even if I didn't have the talent, what was I willing to do? Go to work.
Yep.
Because again, compared to digging ditches for 46 years, calling someone about what we have to offer, easy. And I'll just do it over and over and over again. What if you adopted that mindset? Will you win?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Absolutely. So we're going to make some shifts here. So maybe you might want to open up your calendars. Hint! Hint. Very subtle, Dustin. Hint. H-I-N-T. Hint for everyone here. And you might want to put in there, I am winning. Write down the date from that point forward that you are winning and you're going to outwork someone, something, yourself, Tim, Pony. Write it in there. There's no Saturday? Yeah, Dustin, come on. Unorthodox calendar. We wanted to make it so that no one could take a break. You've really even got to think about your calendars. I know there's a few lines in that first calendar there. Sorry about that. It just bled over. But you might want to write in there, when are you going to really start winning? That way, when you look at that calendar date, you wake up and you say, okay, today is the day. Right then and there. Changing the mindset to becoming, let's call it, a winner isn't something that takes 6 months.
No.
I'm going to build up to changing my mind. That doesn't make sense, does it? When you hear someone say, oh, I changed my mind. When did they do it? Right then. That's when they changed their mind. Oh, from now on, I'm winning. It's not something that happened over the course of 6 years. Oh, I changed my mind. Oh, I changed my mind. They changed it, period. Now, a lot of things went into that. Like today, we're here preparing, right? So that you can change your mind. But when are you going to change it? Right now. Just right now. Is it changed? Yeah. Okay, then you did it. You changed your mind. Excellent. I know these concepts are very difficult. That's a great thing. They're not. Jet, our mentor, makes up words sometimes. Oh, yeah. You'll hear me do the same thing. He'll make up a whole new word in the English language that never gets put in a dictionary. And he'll say later, you know what? If I can do this, anyone can. We all can. We have to change our minds. Now, if you're willing to put in the time and effort, you know that you will make it. See, that's the category of winning. You have to just know with everything that's in you, if you're willing to put in that time and effort, you will make it. Now, what a lot of people allow themselves to do is not go full out. And we're going to address that a little bit later. Because what if they went full out and it was tough or difficult? They don't want to even put themselves in that category. So we're just going to set up the premise up front here. For those of you watching and those of you here, what if you did? I mean, let's get real honest here. Yesterday we had a slide that says we're going deep. If you gave it everything you got, and you could sign on that waiver, I gave it everything I had. How much?
Everything.
Would you win?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, it doesn't, you know what? It doesn't even matter what tactics you're using. If you gave everything, you'd win. Maybe you should make that choice. It's worth it. And the reason it's worth it is because the rest of your life will be different from that moment forward. Not only after you achieve it, but even after you decide you're going to win. Everything will start to change and shift. And then, obviously, if you expect to win, you will. Let's talk about a specific example. Why Tiger wins. How many of you noticed that Tiger wins a lot? I mean, just like an extraordinary amount of time. Does anyone notice? I mean, I don't know if you're sports fans, but when you look through the history of sports, do you realize that no one wins nearly as much as Tiger at any sport? Why do you think that is? Let's look at this. We know why. He does what he's... For example, when, let's say, Vegas puts out odds for the next tournament, who's the favorite? Tiger. That means he's expected to win. There's already an expectation there. Does that make sense? Look at this. He expects to win. His expectation is that he's not going to go out there and just have a fun time on the course. He mentally approaches it. He expects to win. Okay? So think about your business thus far. Have you expected to win like that? Yes or no? No. Or has there been all these doubts, all these, maybe times, periods of times? Okay, let's get real deep. During the times where you really expected to win, did you grow during those times? Yes? Yes. Absolutely? Yes. And the 3 months after. So when you expect to win, does it work? Yes. Our personal experience, when we expect to win, we grow like crazy. Yep. If we allow ourselves, or if we start to self-doubt, or if we, whatever it is that we allow to happen, and we change our expectation, the result changes as well. Tiger, everyone expects him to win, and he expects himself to win. That changes the whole ball game right there. Look at this. Others around him, meaning the other people competing. Yep. They expect him to win. When your competition expects you to win, how well are they going to perform? Yeah. Not quite as good.
Yeah, that's true.
A little bit less than winning. See, that's the other thing I know. Let's say who's willing to sign on a dotted line and challenge us one-on-one? there's the chance, oh, Debbie, I see how it is. Okay. There's the chance that even though you're willing to sign, that internally you're thinking, you know what? I expect them to win.